What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video by yours truly. We finally got around to testing out Yunli, and I've been experimenting with this character for about the past 4 or 5 days, testing out as many compositions that I feel would synergize with her kit as much as I could. And honestly, she ain't got many options. It is that one team that you've probably seen many people use, the one I called out when I reacted to Poke's early access, Ting Yun, Robin, and Scooby-Doo, aka Huahua, is most, without a shadow of a doubt, that is her best in slot team. But there are some caveats to her playstyle. If you don't have Robin, I've come to find out that Sparkle is a fantastic option as well. She just is about a notch under in terms of value when compared to Robin. Black Swan, depending on the scenario, is a really, really strong option. And if you put the defensive shred light cone on Black Swan, then she has 20% defensive shred with her skill, and then another 16 with that light cone. I forget the name of it. So 36% defensive shred on 3 different enemies, right? But then Black Swan's Epiphany gives a vulnerability increase on the enemy's turn, which is a perfect synergy for Yunli's ultimate, because she only attacks on the enemy's turn. When she gets hit, it's a counter. So Black Swan, and then Black Swan contributes to DPS with her dot. But long story short, Black Swan's a fantastic synergy with Yunli in scenarios where people are weak against Wen. I prepared 2 different showcases for you guys, floor 12 and floor 11. Floor 11's against Kafka, where I use the Black Swan comp, get a 1 cycle, and then we go up against Argenti and I get a 2 cycle. Now, that's because I'm not using her signature light cone, which is actually substantially stronger. I'm using Blade's light cone, but her signature, it's a really strong option, but nobody's picking up her signature except like Dolphins and Wells, right? Because given the context here, we got you already know the next patch is where it's really at. So nobody's really going to pick up her signature light cone. So I felt it wasn't worth picking it up because most people aren't going to be able to relate to that. But at the end of the day, we're going to go through these showcases and explain to you everything I've learned with regards to how to play her. And it's going to give you a good idea with regards to how to use this character. She's got a lot of flexibility with rotations and strategizing. She's not a brain dead character by any means. She's one of the more difficult characters. If you're trying to pick this character up and just turn your brain off, yeah, you're not going to want this character. But I called her card. Before we get into it, I called her card. She's on the level of an Imbiber Lune and a Jingliu. In fact, if you don't know what you're doing with her, she's weaker. So anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so the first team we're going to be showcasing is the most popular one, which is this one right here, which there's like a number of ways you can open up with this team comp. You can open up with Ting Yun battering Yunli, or you can open up with her giving the battery to Robin. Both scenarios I've already tested yield the same result. You can get the same amount of cycle clearance whether you go Robin or Yunli, which is crazy, right? There's a lot of nuance to this play style. There's also really no wrong way to play Yunli. It just depends on the strategy you're trying to go for. Like for instance, I couldn't 1 cycle with Yunli with this comp. I just couldn't. I didn't have enough damage. And what I came to discover was if I go for the 2 cycle, then I can pull out all the stops and get a 0 cycle on that first bit. But with her signature light cone, the 1 cycle is definitely achievable. I've seen EO showcase where he got a 1 cycle, but he was using her signature light cone. So I think the signature light cone makes a big difference. You'll see the damage difference in this showcase. I saw in EO's video, he did like 350,000 damage on the very first Intuit Cole. And you're going to see mine is, I think it's like 100K less. So it's a big difference. Basically, if you don't have her signature, I think you're going to be living in the 2 to 3 cycle realm unless you have an insane investment into your character. But I'm using Blade's signature light cone, which is a notch under in performance. So we open up with 97,000. Oh, that's the next thing I want to tell you guys about. These characters that tick 87 times with their strongest abilities, if you don't have 100% crit rate, you have 50% crit rate. That concept is so true with these characters. It's true with her. It's true with Topaz. It's true with Jingliu Wen. It's even true with Imbiber Lune. 100% crit rate is so meta for these characters. That's how garbage this game's crit system is. If you're at like 90 to 97, you will miss the shit out some crits. It's so annoying. Anyways, we decide to battery Robin. This is I did a showcase with Robin and Shu Yi a while ago where I did the same combo. And we're pretty much doing the same thing. So benediction buff given to oh girl, Yunli. Notice that right before the enemy's about to attack, we pop Robin ult. Okay, and that's pretty standard with Robin. Get all your people going, and then right before the enemy goes, pop Robin ult so that they can all go again. And now everyone's doing that extra damage that Robin deals on top of theirs. So, oh, also notice we're focusing on the guy on the right heavily because her Intuit Cole, the bulk of its damage is going to go to the person that hits her. And the only person that ever hits her in this specific scenario is the bitch on the left. So she's going to take the bulk of the multiplier of her damage. Now that random bit where she ticks 7 times on random, there's no control over that. But the biggest multiplier in her ult goes to the person who hits her, which, like I said, is the girl on the left. So we're going to focus on him with all the little attacks so that we can get his health down. Right here's a combo. It's Scooby-Doo ult into Ting Yun ult. But first we have to use Yunli's ult so that we're not wasteful with Ting Yun's battery. So there we go. So now we're good to go. Pop ult, bink. There it is. We're gonna pop that ult. Ding, 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 254k. Yeah, so if you go and watch EO's showcase, I think it was 350k. So the signature, and I'm pretty sure his sub stats on that early access server were nowhere near as decked out as my sub stats were. My sub stat, wait till I show y'all my sub stats. They're decked, and I still did 100k less. This is one of those characters where if you got her signature, you're gonna feel the difference essentially. But I want to show you guys a combo real quick. Boom. So you'll notice we did a Intuit strike right there, which some of you might think is wasteful. I had to do that to make up for the 100k of damage that I did not do. However, furthermore, now I have a guaranteed Cole the next time I do an ult without getting hit. This sets up my Argenti path when I go into the next cycle or the next, round of this sequence. I get a free Intuit Cole on Argenti, and it's a nice fucking combo. So that's what I mean by there's really no wrong way to play her. And it's not wasteful if you use a strike, if you got a strategy in mind to guarantee the next strike. Boom. Oh, and dude, every time this girl gets hit, the battery is insane. She gets an extra 15 energy when she gets hit, which means honestly, I didn't run it because I didn't have a good piece, but ER rope might be banger on her. You might actually be able to get off a extra ult or two, depending on the fight or how long it goes with the ER rope. Because she's not scarce on attack percent. She gets a lot of attack percent from literally, matter of fact, all 3 of these units give her a shit ton of attack. So you're not gonna really lose out on a lot of value if you were to switch over to an ER rope. I just never tried it yet because I didn't have a good one. Anyways, right here. Yeah, see how close we were cutting it? When I was watching EO's run, I keep referencing him because I was watching his showcase. He killed these guys and had a whole ass ult remaining going into the next fight. Look at the difference here. I had to use every bit of my strength to get this 0 cycle. Boom. All right, so 300k, we still didn't crack 300k. Now we go into this fight. The bad news at this scenario is we have nobody's ults up. We're pretty much in a situation where we're forced to prep for like a 2 cycle because we had to use pretty much everything in our power just to get the 0. Now we're fucked for this cycle. And then we have to rely on RNG, which he didn't hit my fucking Yunli. Unfortunate. What could I do? Nothing. It is what it is. I will say pulling off her counters are so satisfying. Anyways, we re-up with Scooby-Doo. It's always, so Scooby-Doo, you want to spam this shit out of her skill and skill point friendly teams just so she can get her ult up to battery the team. All right. Oh, it's so important to kill this shield on the right over here in case you didn't know, because if you don't kill it, it's going to put a shield on Argenti and you're just going to waste damage. My background just changed mid-record. Wow. So we killed that shield so that we could get the shield instead of Argenti getting it. Unfortunately, look at my Yunli. Like, bitch, get your ult up. God damn. How is your ult not up? Oh my God, brother. All right, so we do a little counter there, and now our Robin runs out of her ultimate, but now her ult's about to be back up again. Now, because we knew we couldn't get a 0 cycle, there's no sense in me ulting with Robin right now. But we hold on to it. Boom. Re-up the benediction buff on my Yunli. And then we auto attack, and now we're just gonna go straight into that next cycle 1. Going into a counter for Yunli on top of the freaking MOC buff. Bring 347. He attacks Yunli. Another Big Daddy bop on his chin for 120k. Actually, that was not a lot of damage. That shit was mid. So we do a skill, and we're hostaging everybody's shit because it's just not worth. We're not gonna get a 1 cycle. It's just not gonna happen. So we're hostaging everybody's stuff, setting them up for cycle 2. All right, auto attack, and now Scooby-Doo. Now we're gonna go for the Robin ult. Actually, that's why I didn't. It's wasteful, like using Robin's ult so early. So now we use Robin ult, and then we battery the whole team so that we don't waste Scooby-Doo's ult on anyone. And then we're just gonna do a little chip damage here. Oh, I think, yep, here it is. This is where it comes into play. Okay, so we do her ult to get a free Intuit Cole. And the reason we get a free Intuit Call is because of the strike we did earlier in the earlier part of the cycle where I told y'all it's not wasteful. We were setting it up for this moment right here. And nicely, we were able to get his bar down without wasting our second ult. Bam, see that? 213,000. Now we're set up pretty nicely going into cycle 2. We're gonna go ahead and just continue spamming skill because we got plenty of skill points. Right here was unfortunate. I wanted to ult with Yunli, but he got shielded by his fucking shield, right? So if I would have ulted, it would have just been a waste. We had to wait. Boom, there we go. All right, so right here, I'll be honest, we could have popped our ult because I did a counter, but that's RNG. I didn't know he was gonna hit my fucking Yunli, you know what I mean? So that was just RNG, and you gotta be, bro, listen, man, I'm Grandpa Smack, bro. I ain't got them kind of reaction speeds these days, all right? Bro hit me out. I could have tapped the 4, but I was like, whoa. Yeah, anyways, auto attack here with Ting Yun. Oh, this part here is pretty cool. This part here is very cool. So we have so much fucking battery on this team that we can do another free strike and still do multiple calls. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Notice my Yunli's ult's already about to be fully up where I can cast 2 ults. And my Ting Yun's ult's about to be up as well. So just pay attention. It's gonna be a fucking beautiful combo. The cool thing about Argenti's shields on the outer side, these 2 right here, they do AoE damage, which mean counter galore for Yunli. All right, so see, first full call right here. Oh, okay, hold on. I mind fucked myself here. Did I do that on purpose? I'm not sure if I did that on purpose. Yeah, I don't think I did that on purpose. The fucking what is it? The light cone advanced my Yunli forward, and I wasn't expecting that, which means I wasted an ult. It is what it is. So we get a full strike out of this, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal just because we have so much battery. Look, Scooby-Doo's ult's about to be up, which means we're gonna be able to ult 2 more times after this anyway. What we end up doing is going for the shields in the middle for more battery because they're about to die. So skill, and then we get an Intuit strike right here as well. Anytime now. All right, Intuit strike. Boom. And then we pop another ult because we wanted to have 2 Intuit calls going into the Argenti. This is what I was talking about, by the way, guys, when I say time your ultimate so that you ensure the target you want to receive the most damage receives the most damage. I'm gonna go back one more time so this makes sense. If I would have ulted right here with Yunli, then I wouldn't have got to my Intuit Cole on my Argenti. Instead, I would have done a full-blown Intuit Cole, the bulk of its damage, on a fucking ad. So I saved my ult, right? Boom, we got hit first. Then we popped ult. Now we pop ult, right? And now she does a full Intuit Cole on one ad, right? But now we got another ult coming up, which is good. So now we use the second ult on Argenti. on top of the battery, which is crazy. So we're gonna auto attack, and then we pop her ult. Argenti's about to attack her, guaranteed. And now we go into that. Bing! 234. We had a whole nother ult remaining, and that was a nice little 2 cycle. So now we can take a look at the builds, so you guys can get a quick little gander here. Ting Yun, 162 speed, DDD with 10, 11, 10. That's her relic set. She's rocking the wind set for the advancement. That's the new best in slot Ting Yun build for sure. It's just, it makes her ridiculously fast, guarantees 3 turns in a cycle with the DDD, no problem. I got one of the most cracked Robins. Yep, double attack percent. And Robin's build, you just need her to 120 speed, and then you slap a Von Weck on her to make her go first, and that's pretty much it. After that, you stack as much attack on her as you possibly can and just make her beefy. My Scooby-Doo's, he's rocking the post-op for the energy regen, a little bit of healing, and she's got the healing set for the extra skill point regeneration going into battle. And here's the girl of the hour, 91 over 189, and you wouldn't believe the amount of crits this girl be missing. She's almost at 4K attack, and she's rocking Blade's light cone, because I was not about to invest in her light cone. I don't give a damn. That's her set. Now, because crit is so important, that's why I'm using inert Salsada. I'm telling you, if you go for that other set and you're below 90, you're about to be missing so many damn crits. It's insane, bro. It is a actual DPS loss. So this is my stats, right? That's first piece. That's second piece. That's third piece. Told you I got some good pieces. That's fourth piece. Another banger. And then you might be thinking, Smack, why not physical damage? Again, because my physical damage sphere doesn't have any crit rate on it, it would be a DPS loss. That's how important crit rate is on this fucking character, bro. You need all the crit rate you can get. So this was my next best piece for her, which is an attack percent cup. And if I'm being honest with you, or not cup sphere, there was, I don't even think I could tell the difference in damage. And I kept going back into battles to see if I could find it. Dude, there was damn near no, I don't even think there was a difference. And that's because of my team. My team, I got Ting Yun giving a damage bonus. I got, what's her name? Robin giving me a damage bonus. And then my build has a lot of damage bonuses in it as well. But yeah, that is my Yunli's build. Now we're going to go into the Black Swan showcase, so you guys could see how that comp works as well. Okay, so with this composition, you're going to see what I'm talking about with why I like Black Swan with Yunli. It's a real solid team comp. So we don't have the extra turn with Robin anymore, right? But we got 36% defensive shred, extra dot damage, and the epiphany buff that gives us 25% vulnerability increase. So look, boom, we're rocking that light cone. You'll see it at the end, where we get double defensive shred, 16% down and another 20% down from Black Swan's inherent defensive shred in her kit. All 3 of them. Scooby-Doo does her Scooby-Doo ordeal. Oh, this is important. Notice we do not pop Yunli's ult right here. That's because we don't want to use a full Intuit Cole on this fucking peasant over here. Right? We let him attack first, then we pop her ult so that we can use Intuit Cole on the elite mob. Right? Bink, ring, just enough to ult again, double Intuit Cole on her chin. Boom, do it again. Ring, 143. That means we missed a lot of crits. I told you, bitch misses so many crits is insane. So at this particular point, they're already halfway dead. Skill to him, just do a little more damage. Auto attack to her, because why not? She's weak against lightning. And my Black Swan, to save the 0 cycle, I had to use my ult, unfortunately. I think if I had her signature, you can 0 cycle this at floor 11. I'm not gonna lie. If you have a Yunli's signature, I think you can 0 cycle with this exact same composition. So we epiphany, right? That epiphany is specifically so my Yunli, which by the way, this was a clutch ult by Scooby-Doo, fills her ult up just so I can pop it. Fucking clutch. But with the epiphany, now when I get attacked, my Yunli's gonna do way more damage. Boom, because now she has the epiphany from Black Swan put on her chin, plus the double defensive shred. So look at this Intuit Cole with the epiphany. in fucking insane, right? 241 earlier. What we did 140k and then we did like 180k with the epiphany. 241. Wild. Pink full counter, and then we auto attack this guy. Look at this garbage. Look at this fucking garbage, bro. God, bro, that shit is the worst, bro. This game's trash. Anyways, we're forced to use Ting Yun's ult just to save the cycle. Unfortunate. 2 out of 10 game, by the way, guys. And we finish this off and we go into the next cycle. That really sucks because if you ult with Ting Yun's DDD going into a cycle, the action value advancement is set to maximum benefit because you're on frame 0 going into the new cycle. So unfortunately, we wasted the shit out of an ult. It is what it is. Like I said, you could 0 cycle the shit out of this if you have Yunli's signature light cone. And if you have Black Swan and Yunli's signature, holy fuck, it's GG's. So again, we don't ult because we don't want to waste our coal on a fucking peasant. All right, now we pop our ult. And it's the same thing, double cast, right? Full into it coal, full into it coal again. 194 into 184, almost same exact amount of crits. Very nice. That was bad RNG. It would have been nice if she would have gave that to my either my Black Swan or my Yunli, just for the free epiphany ult. Probably Black Swan. Black Swan would have been the best, actually. It is what it is, though. So we're forced to re-up on Benediction because we don't want our Benediction running out for our Yunli. All right, so right here, we're just trying to distribute some damage, figure out who we want to do this to. I think we went for, yeah, that makes the most sense. We want to get that weakness breakdown. Look at this shit again, bro. I swear, Yunli, come on. How's your ult not up? Bad RNG there. Bad RNG. Boom. Yeah, this run, y'all can see the bad RNG, the bad, like, I just had a lot of bad RNG and luck here. You can 0 cycle the shit out of this 100%. Good into it, Cole. All right, Scooby-Doo's about to battery the hell out of everyone. Unfortunate that my Ting Yun was stunned. Again, just bad fucking RNG, man. And y'all can see that I didn't care because I wanted y'all to see what it's pretty much going to be like. The real relatability to playing with Yunli, not the, oh, I got a perfect run, I'm going to show that. All right, so we got Epiphany here. Now they're going to receive a lot more damage because Black Swan has her Epiphany ult on them. Boom. Put some stacks on their head. Yeah, at this point, you just got to re-land the coals, and then that's all she wrote. And this was a smooth-ass 1 cycle with Black Swan. Dude, if I had an E1 Black Swan with her signature, oh my God. I'm probably going to do that when Black Swan comes back around. I'm going all out on her. She's just too good of a character. Her E1 is fucking cracked. It's all type res pin, just like Ranmei. And then her signature is you don't really need her signature. Her E1 is fucking disgusting. And that is the Black Swan showcase. But yeah, that is what I pretty much learned with Yunli. I'll show off the builds here real quick. She's got some options. Like I said, you can use Sparkle in substitute of Robin if you don't own Robin, but you do own a Sparkle, and you'll get some value there too, but it's not as good as a Robin. And the Black Swan comp can work too. Oh, almost forgot. Topaz is also really good with her. Topaz is actually pretty damn solid with her, especially if you have a E1 Topaz like me. So if you have Topaz, I strongly recommend trying it out. Topaz, Robin, Yunli, and Scooby-Doo is a banger comp as well. I just didn't have time. I didn't want to make this a fucking 50-minute video with different showcases. But I did try Topaz, and Topaz was actually really damn good because the follow-up vulnerability debuff on top of the damage and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's going to wrap up my showcase, guys. I hope you guys learned a great deal about Yunli. All in all, I called her card. She's a little bit weaker than Imbiber Lunay and Jingliu, but she's still a very fun character. People who like strategizing and like the fulfillment of the counter play style, I think she's a great pickup. But if you're skipping her in terms of just like making sure you're using the most out of your resources, I completely understand. There's a lot of banger characters and shit coming out right around the corner, so I get it. But yeah, y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side.